Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Eriza Pratitis Handayani. My identity number is 29. Today I will presenting a thesis and the title is A Study of Personification Word Found on the Song Lyrics of Linkin Park Albums by Heru Nur Hidayah 2013. Chapter 1 Introduction. Background of study. Language is an important part of human life. Language can help communicate everything such as feelings, ideas, and messages. Language will be more interesting by using figurative language because it aims to make an analogy or compare something with others to clarify the illustration. One of figurative language that is often used in prose, novel, poetry is personification. As a type of poetry, songs also use personified figurative language that will easily attract the listener's attention because they not only have words or lyrics but also rhythm and melody. In this study, we will discuss the use of figurative language personification in the song lyrics of Linkin Park albums. Identity of the study. The problem to be examined in this study is the use of figurative language personification in the lyrics of Linkin Park albums. Objective of the study: to analyze meanings of personification word found on the song lyrics of Linkin Park albums. Chapter 2 Theoretical Review. Number 1. Song. According Anonymous. Song is a musical composition. Songs contain vocal parts that are performed, sung, and generally feature words, lyrics, calmly followed by other musical instruments. The words of song are typically of a poetic, rhyming nature, although they might be religious words or free prose. Number 2. Kinds of figure of speech. According Frederick, figure of speech has more than one type. Some examples of figures of speech are simile, metaphor, metonym, apostrophe, synecdoche, overstatement or hyperbole, symbol, and personification. Number 3. Figurative language. According Frederick, figurative language is words that are used to create and evoke imagination. Figurative language is not only very common in poetry, but it also used in non-fiction writing as well because it can impose and beauty them and make them more interesting. Number 4. Personification. According to Hornby, personification is the practice of representing objects, qualities, humans in art and literature. It means that all things, nature, animals, to do something like human. The point of personification is to express the abstract ideas to inanimate object or aspect of nature are described as if it were human. Chapter 3 Methodology. In this chapter, the researcher will explain the method that the researcher used in this study. There are research designs, object of research, data and data scores, unit analysis, procedure collecting data, procedure analysis data. This study used qualitative descriptive. The researcher used documentation method to collect the data, such as listening, reading, understanding, indicating, marking, and collecting the data. Chapter 4 Finding and Discussion. Finding. The researcher has found total 12 lyrics that contain personification words on the Linkin Park albums. Personification words found on the song lyrics of Linkin Park albums can be seen in the table below. Number 1. Albums Hyper Theory. Titles Paper Cut. Lyrics that contain personification words I found the lake betraying me. Albums Hyper Theory. Titles Crawling. Lyrics that contain personification word discomfort endlessly has pulled itself upon me. Albums Hyper Theory by myself. Lyrics that contain personification word I'm called by the question. Albums Hyper Theory. Titles In the End. Lyrics that contain personification word What's the time to rake out the window? Albums Hyper Theory. Titles A Place for My Head. Lyrics that contain personification word I watch how the moon sits in the sky. Albums Hyper Theory. Titles A Place for My Head. Lyrics that contain personification word The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the sun's going to owe it one. Number 2. Albums Minutes to Midnight. Titles Shadow of the Day. Lyrics that contain personification word And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in grey. Albums Minutes to Midnight. Titles Hands Held High. Lyrics that contain personification word The ocean opens up to swallow you. Number 3. Albums A Thousand Suns. Title Waiting for the End. Lyrics that contain personification word I'll shut up in the eye of the storm. Albums A Thousand Suns. Titles Wretches and the Kings. Lyrics that contain personification word The sun shall beat onto you. Albums Living Things. Titles Burn It Down. Lyrics that contain personification word The flames climb into the clouds. Albums Living Things. Titles I Will Be Gone. Lyrics that contain personification word Stars are sleeping dawns. The researcher found 6 personification words on the Hyper Theory albums, 2 personification words on the Minutes to Midnight albums, 2 personification words on the Thousand Suns albums, and 2 personification words on the Living Things albums. Discussion. In the section, the researchers explain the finding on the use figurative language personification contained in the lyrics of the Linkin Park album song. The figurative language contained in the lyrics of the Linkin Park album song is quite common. The use figurative language personification in the song illustrates the similarity of objects with humans, which are used to give beauty to the song in order to deepen meaning. Conclusion. After analyzing and based on the research finding of Linkin Park albums, the researcher can conclude there are 12 personification words that can be found and learned from the lyrics of Linkin Park album's song. The word personification contained in the lyrics of Linkin Park albums has various meanings. That's all my presentation today. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.